So welcome back to our final match of this evening. It's going to be the Spartans FC versus the Ducks United. As I said, good evening once again from Rainbow City Angular, right here from the Raymond E. Gishard Technical Center. This is the commentator Tony Fleming, and thank you for joining AI Live for live coverage of the Angular Football League Male Senior Division. And we've got our game for you this evening, our featured match for this evening, the Spartans FC versus the Ducks United. Referee this evening, it's Tashim Fleming. He's assisted by looks like Hilton out there, and the other young man, I'll get his name for you certainly. The teams are out already, tossed. We had the preliminaries, just about over with, and we are in for, should be in for a good game this evening. The Spartans, they looked a little bit on the thin side of things. They've had quite a number of players, and but they're looking very short-handed this evening. The Ducks, on the other hand, they have certainly got their team fully rearing and ready to go, and looking to maintain their standings on the points table. They have been the only team so far who have not lost a match in this year's competition, and again they have put out a very strong lineup. They're certainly without their captain in that of Aki McIntyre, aka Mata, but they have got their mercurial midfield player there in that of Jermaine Ricketts. He's got Torres, who has scored quite a number of goals. And we have seen the introduction of Danny as well there. And I'm going to give you the teams for you. So for Ducks United, we've got Miguel Abraham. He wears the number 10 shirt, and he's got the captain armband. No, Miguel Abraham. Number 10, Caleb Bryan. Number 15, number 17, Chadley Charles. Number 2, Ashton Thomas. Number 20, Daniel Galliano, aka Danny. Number 12, Jonathan Gishard. Number 14, Elijah, he's in substitute. Number 1, Jelani Lawrence in goal. DeAndre Marshall wears the number 19 shirt. Tanzania O'Donoghue. Number 13, Kent Sam, aka Vinci. Kent Sam is a substitute as well. Jermaine Ricketts wears the number 16 shirt. And rounding out the team is Jose Torres. He wears number 11. As play is with has just started, Ducks United with possession. Chadley Charles trying to go field, but headed away there. The Spartans team sees Corbin Benjamin, aka Nutsi, Tyreek Brooks, number 3, number 4, Keontae Brooks, number 19, Renako Crawford. All those, I'll just go over that again. It's Ducks United who are comfortable with playing it from the back. Here's the ball being pushed wide to Marshall. No, trying to go past the player there, and runs into the defense. And it's going to be a corner kick there. The first one in the second minute of play there for the Ducks United. But the Spartans team, as I we read Thomas George, number 6, number 2, Kevoy Lake, number 17, Jaheim Lynch, number 9, Colony Rennie, number 10, Javon Richards, number 7, well, and that's goal number 1. Certainly we'll have to go back to go and check that one, but I certainly would like to see who would have scored that goal. And so let's head back to the to the screen. I beg your pardon here, but that goal came very quickly there as I was going through the team sheet there of the Spartans FC. Nevertheless, I'll get to the goal scorer in a moment. But under the gun already is the Spartans FC, and they'll be in for a very long night here this evening because the Ducks United, they aren't afraid to rack up the scores, and I'm certainly sure they'll be looking to do that again. Here is Danny. He cuts the ball in, and that looked like Jonathan Gishard there, having an opportunity there, but the one just rolls wide. And this match will certainly be one with lots of goals. So Alric Rogers wears the number 7 shirt. Number 8, Akimel Rogers, his brother. Number 8, Roland Shante. Number 11, number 21, Kimari Gums. Number 13, Shamar Brown, the goalkeeper. And number 16, J. Don Fleming. That's the team for the Spartans FC. Here is Ducks United again, mounting an attack. The ball is caught inside, and attempt and goal. Ball just rolled into the hands of Brooks. There. And he boots the ball upfield, finds Brian. Here is Rogers. Cut out there by Miguel Abraham. Comes all the way back to Chadley. Here is Ricketts. Goes wide. Finds Marshall. Marshall plays it back to that Dumas. Yes. Again, it goes back to Dumas. Dumas returns the favor. Here is Ricketts again to Chadley Stevens. And so just comfortable playing it from the back there. We're just lulling the Spartans team to just come out. But here is Spartans team. Lots of speed, but heavy touch takes it into Chadley Charles, who recovers and recovers well. Find Dumas. Dumas cuts inside. Find that of Brian. Brian to Miguel. Miguel cuts inside. Still Miguel, still traveling with it. Now he finds Torres. Torres runs past the defender there, but finds Cardinal Rennie, who boots the ball upfield. And Caleb Bryan. Certainly coming back from national duty, Caleb Bryan had a good game as well in midweek there, last week there in the international break. They are playing in the Nations Cup for Anguilla, playing in the central of defense. A pretty good game there, Caleb. Torres. Back heels to Miguel. So goal coming in the second minute of play, quite all early as well. Here is the midfield player there in Ricketts, comes all the way back to Donahue. Donahue finds Abraham, who returns the favor, goes back to Charles. Miguel Abraham playing very deep in midfield, and certainly maybe looking to rack the score up here on the Spartans FC. Shot coming in, but Brooks in goal collects nicely, tosses it out there to Rogers. Rogers goes down the wing, but Marshall dispossesses the player. Well, just allow the ball to run inside, but I'm seeing here where Fleming is saying, well, it's an infringement, and it's a free kick there to the Spartans FC. Here is Donahue to Torres. Brian. Dumas. Marshall downs the line to Danny. Danny cuts back, crosses, and headed away there by Thomas George. His ball is still in play. Here is Jonathan Gishard. Shot and goal. Nice turn and shot there, but Brooks there equal to the task. That Brooks Brown, sorry, equal to the task and collects. Passes the ball out. Here is Cardinal Rennie trying to come further wide there to the player there. Is that Shanti? And the ball goes into touch for a throw-in. Brian. And the flag goes up, and Torres is offside. Big kick up field, nice head on there, but can't control his card in the rain. The ball is won there by Caleb Bryan. Cuts inside to Miguel. He turns and swivels, find Jermaine Ricketts. He goes back to defensive midfielder Caleb Bryan. Here is Miguel Abraham pushing to midfield. Jonathan Gishard dispossessed, and here is Akimel Rogers coming away with it. Akimel chips the ball through, ball ricochets there. Find the player there wearing the number 21 shirt in Kimari Gums. Still with it. It's the Spartans FC, and eventually picking up a free kick there. Thomas George, Cardinal Rennie is over the ball, not too sure who's Thomas George. Both of them usually kicks the ball very well, but Rene is lining up with his left boot and Thomas George with the right boot. Who is going to be the one to take the free kick? It's Rene, and wasted one. And that is certainly sure that Thomas George is saying, well, you've had your turn, son. Next one. And designated kicker. I am the designated kicker, so I'll be taking them from here on. Short goal kick taken quickly. Donahue. Goes back to Chadley, who goes wide to Marshall. And a handball there by the Spartans FC. Here's a quick free kick taken. Jonathan Gishard is confronted. He goes wide. Ball is pushed inside, but it looks like it's a handball there. So it's going to be the left foot of Jermaine Ricketts. Shot and blocked, and it's going to be a corner kick there, but low free kick. And defense right in the way of the ball coming through, and all they could have done is just played outside for a corner kick. Here is Ricketts. Cross from the corner. Miguel Abraham boots the ball, trying to shoot a shot at goal, but cleared away there by the Ducks United. Here's a good move there from Gums. Still a good move, and yes, certainly good call there by the AR on our near side here in that of Hilton. It was a good swift move there from the young man there in Kimari Gums, and picking up a free kick there for his troubles. Again, Cardinal Rennie is over the ball, same position. Lining up with the left foot. This time, let's see whether or not he still has the license for the kick ball. This time he rolls it gently there to Thomas George, and the player there in Donahue closing down a little too quickly. Based on what Fleming says, not too sure he's going to he's a linesman there, the AR. Not too sure he's given a card, but not too sure why he would venture to go to the assistant referee there. He has already made the call, not seeing the need for that one really. And so what's going on? What's going on here now? Just a little bit of time wasted there because he had already made the call and said you closed down too quickly, and it's a free kick. So I'm not too sure what the discussion was, but they would know. So it's Cardinal Rennie. This time Thomas George decided not to be in the area. Here's Cardinal Rennie's shot, and it's good shot and goal. But Lawrence, equal to the task, collects clears Partially blocked there by the Spartans FC in leak, but Marshall picks up and trying to find the player there in wickets who pushes the ball through. And in an offside position is Jonathan Gishard, and it's been flagged for that one as well. So, given away an only goal so far, but held their own. The Spartans FC. They've gone some 15 minutes. Thomas Judge, the big kick over, headed away there by Donahue. Here Torres finds the player there in Miguel Abrams. Abrams finds Ricketts. Ricketts, nice pass there to Danny. Cuts back. Danny finds Jonathan Gishard and shot. And yeah, it's a good attempt there, but couldn't get the direction on target. Couldn't get his boot wrapped around it enough, and it rolled over the goal line for goal kick. Goal kick taken, but cut out there by the Docks United. Jermaine Ricketts dribbling to midfield, shifts and turn, finds Marshall. Marshall finds Miguel Abraham, a shot blocked for a corner kick. So good movement there by the Docks United, but he equally defended there as well, too, by the Spartans FC. Free kick, the goal kick taken, corner kick taken quickly and shot there, and Brooks Brown, that is, getting his gloves to the ball and just parries it over the bar for another corner kick. So, corner kick again. This time taken by Ricketts, heads going up, headed away there nicely by the Spartans, and a big clearance upfield. Lawrence comes off his line, collects, and goes across field to Marshall. Here is Ricketts, chips the ball inside, and the goal in the back of the net. Torres. Easy goal. Easy goal in the back of the net. Torres there. Defenders, they are not really on same page at all. Ball came across from that cross there from Ricketts and just rolled. Torres running on, just was able to just stretch forth his boot and just guide it into the back of the net for goal number 2 in the 21st minute of play. So it's 2-0 in favor of the Docks United, and we still early in this first half. Here is Spartans FC playing out from the back again. Big clearance. Donahue. Ricketts being challenged, turns and goes to Dumas. Dumas goes to Marshall. Marshall trying to find Danny Gagliano, but again defending and can only give away a corner to Spartans FC. This time an outswinger, and Brown coming and just knocking it away. Here is Gums. He's speedy. He runs past Miguel, who stops, but he's looking for help, and they can't pass Chadley. But the young man has looked very good, um, very speedy, but certainly looking for some help. Here's a cross coming through there, cleared away there by Caleb. Here is Rennie. He chips the ball over the field, and that one is going to roll over the goal line for a goal kick there to the Ducks United. The bad build up there by the Spartans FC, but they will need to have more men pushing forward and swinging a bit more passes together there to keep the Ducks engaged and to keep them honest, as opposed to just stay deep into their defensive half and defend. They're already down 2-0, and but if they can make the Ducks United do some defending as well, maybe they can find themselves pulling a goal back. Here is Marshall. Chips the ball over, trying to find Gishad. That was so momentarily. Miguel Abraham picks the ball up, dribbles, tried to dribbles past the player there in Alwick Rogers, and yes, upended there, according to the referee there in Tashim Fleming as well. And it's going to be a free kick in Jermaine Ricketts' territory. He is very dangerous around these areas, kicking the football, and has been given an opportunity now. Let's see whether or not the Spartans FC can put up a wall that he won't be able to breach, and whether Brown in goal can really pull off some acrobatics if it comes on target. Here is Ricketts lining up. Miguel Abraham is close by as well. Who's going to take it? It's Ricketts. Shot and goal! Well, you can say, look for the young man there in brown and gold. That ball did take a deflection. So while the wall was in the way, it didn't stood as firm as it should have. The ball just ricocheting from the wall, and the goalkeeper diving where he thought the ball was going, and in the end it went the other way to give goal number 3 to Jermaine Ricketts from the spot kick in the 25th minute of play. So 3-0 in favor of Ducks United, and again, Spartans would have to regroup and start over. Well, we've seen someone warming up on the warming up to the back there for Spartans FC, and it appears as though too as Coach Van Persie is down in the jersey as well. So I'm probably thinking, well, let me see if I can get on here to help my guys as well. But they are in for really stiff match here this evening, and they will probably want to think about how many goals they can prevent. Here's the ball coming over, almost making a meal of it. There was Lawrence, and there's Dumas. Brian. And he's been pushed off the ball. There is Miguel Abraham. And here is the pass, not well directed there. Ashton Dumas was able to pick up that loose pass there. But he can only give away a throw in there. deep into his defensive half. Here is Gums. And partially blocked, and Marshall eventually cleans up Dumas to Marshall. Finds Dumas. And Danny. But cut out there by Zadlik. Yes. Here's Marshall again. Jonathan Gishard. Can't control. Rogers tips the ball. And it's an offside. Dumas. 28 minutes of play. Into the 28th minute. Brian. And giving away there. Here is Gums. It's a good move there by Danny. Crosses. Only to find a boot there of the player there for Spartans. Here is Shanti. Chips the ball on the inside. And in the end, goalkeeper Lawrence Cumming finds Torres, who controls well and is upended there by the player wearing the number 17 shirt in the person of Lynch. Ricketts. Fine, good move there from Johnny, and it appears as though he was held back there by Thomas George. A good turn there, but probably just a little tug of the short there from Thomas George. Referee Fleming can't see it. Here is Marshall to Abraham. Good turn there. Abraham trying to find Torres, but Torres is pushed off the ball there by Lynch. Here's the ball. Gums. Good move from Gums. Good move from Gums. He's got space. Gums. Good move from Gums. What is he going to do now? Crosses, but Marshall coming back there. Good promising move there from the young man Gums. I was wondering why he didn't elect to shoot the ball, but making a good play in the end. But the player there in Shanti not aggressive enough on allowing Marshall to at least get back into a defensive position and just to ease that one over the touchline for a throw-in. Here is Lynch. Ball just pipped the head there of the player. Still Spartans trying to challenge for it, but the ball is with Danny Gagliano. Here is Thomas George. No, Lynch puts the ball upfield, find Shanti. So good work there from Spartans FC. Cardinal Rainey. Not a good pass there at all. And Brian coming away with it. Ball is still with Miguel Abraham. Caleb Bryan. But Caleb gives it away. Here is Rogers. Pushes it further. But Marshall cleans up. And, well, ball will be called back. It says infringement there for on the part of the Ducks United. Into the 32nd minute of play. And so far, yes, even though it's 3-0, it has not all been the Ducks United. Spartans looked as competitive as they can be. Here is an infringement there on Donahue there from the man Shanti wearing the number 11 shirt. Ball push inside. Thomas George boots the ball way over the goal line for a goal kick. Sorry, a corner kick. Yes. So it's a corner kick. You see Marshall running over gingerly into the 33rd minute of play. 3-0 in favor of the Ducks United. Here's a corner kick taken shot. Chadley looking to beat the goalkeeper in brown, but one goes over the crossbar, and it's going to be a goal kick to the Spartans FC. Kick taken shot. Here is Thomas George. Good move there from Thomas George. And here is Spartans. Nice stick turned inside. Akimel picks the ball up. Here is Gums. Goes across, tried to go across field. Danny Gagliana picks up. Here is Rogers, though, just coming across and clearing danger. There's a throw in there to the Ducks United. So it's 3-0 in favor of Ducks United. If you have just joined us, we want to say welcome to live coverage of the Anguilla Football League Male Senior Division 2023, returning back from the international break. We've had 2 matches so far, one at midweek on Wednesday night. The Roaring Lions, the defending champions, they made light work of the uprising. Here is an attack mounted there by the Spartans FC. Cardinal Rennie, he's got Donahue in front of him. He goes past Donahue now and crosses, but again, there is no one on the far side. Good work there from Cardinal Rennie, but certainly not the support that he would like. In the meantime, here is wickets coming back from the other end. And off the hull, his line there is Brown and clears well. And that's going to be an infringement there. And Shanti. So the 4-0 win by the Roaring Lions. And then we had our earlier match this evening, this afternoon with the here is a cross coming to cleared there from Thomas George. Very well cleared as well. And it was the Limers who saw defeat against the Diamonds by some 1-0 goal coming from the boot of Jaron Smeens in the 49th minute. And he was man of the match. Here is a chance. And that one won't count because the assistant referee over on that far side says Jonathan Gishard, you are in an offside position. And Jonathan, to his dismay, is saying, how can you call that? I am not offside, but not according to the AR. Here is Lynch. Tries to go past Torres, but running back and just bundle Torres off the ball. And referee Fleming says, I won't have any of that. It's going to be a free kick to the Ducks United. Goal kick, free kick taken, but heads going up, eventually coming away with it, the Spartans FC. And he again is Gums. Not can't pass Chadley this time. And, well, we're going to see a forced substitute. Number 16. Is that number 16? That looks like the man Van Persie over on that far side. Number 16. The J. Don Fleming giving way to Van Persie. Is that Van Persie? That's so looks like Van Persie from here. I'll certainly verify that shortly. Here's the throw taken, and it's a foul throw. Well, if he says fall through again, here's the throw taken quickly, heads going up, misheaded there. Here is Shanti. Cross coming through, headed away there from Donahue. Ricketts control, settles. He's being confronted there by two players. Goes back to Dumas. Not Dumas, Donahue. It goes Chadley. Donahue. Here is Torres. And there's a little bit of chippy playing there by Lynch, number 17. Torres saying, what's the matter with you? Caleb Bryan chips the ball through to Danny Gagliano. He crosses, and a powerful finish there from the man there in that of Jonathan Gishard in the 41st minute for goal number 4. So good work there from Danny Gagliano, and smartly and expertly finished there by Jonathan Gishard. Yes, and yes, I think my good friend Boomsy and Bailey is saying we would have seen enough here of this encounter, and heading out, and it's going to be a real tough time here for the Spartans FC in trying to contain this team. Here's Jonathan Gishard, and just pushed away there for a throw-in. So that's big crowd as you would expect in one of these top class matches, but good bit of folks in any case just to view this one. As Caleb Bryan goes across field to as Ashton Dumas. Dumas trying to find Gagliano, but he's dispossessed. Here is Rogers. He's going back there to his defense there, and the ball has been blocked there by suspect Danny. And into the 43rd minute of play, 4-0 in favor of the Ducks United. From the back, Chadley Stevens to Donahue. Donahue missed controls and missed passes. Here's Roland Shanty. Roland Shanty wearing the number 11 shirt. Trying to get past Donahue. He's looking for some help. Help comes in that of Lynch, but Lynch can't get past Donahue, and that's going to be a throw in there to the Spartans FC. Nearing the halftime whistle of play in the first half. Here's a throw taken. Here is Lynch. Trying to get past Donahue, but finds the boot of Brian. Good turn there from Jermaine Ricketts. Switch back and chips over now for who to run onto, but Thomas George right in the way. He plays it out, but only as far as Torres. Torres has been hounded. Torres is still hounded, but good skill there, but can't pass the young man there in Lynch. Here is Cardinal Rennie. Chips the ball in field. There, Roland Chanty. Trying to find Akimel Rogers, but does find Leak. Here is Rennie again. Rennie, Cardinal Rennie. Well, he just pokes the ball of field, and the player who came on the field is certainly not the man of Van Persie. That looks like in the number 10 shirt. Just a couple more seconds just before the halftime whistle, which I'm certainly sure we're going to go very quickly. We didn't have too much of a stoppages in this encounter for any treatment, so to speak. Here is Brian picks the ball up, Chadley Stephen, and there you have it. Yes, just like I said, it's the end of the first half at halftime. It's 4-0 in favor of the Ducks United. We go to a break, and we come back with the second half in about 8 to 10 minutes time. Back to Master Control. Well, welcome back. We are just about to kickstart this second half in our featured match, 9:15, and it's the Ducks United who are large and in charge here with a 4-goal to nil advantage after the first 45 minutes against the Spartans FC. So that player who did enter the field, well, he's wearing the number 10 shirt, and we've seen any more substitute for the Spartans FC. No, I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any changes from the Ducks United as well. Yeah, there is. I'm seeing a change there in central defense. So Chadley has left the field, and it looks like we've seen the man we call Pogba. I one time played for Kicks. He has made his appearance. So just the one substitution by the Ducks United. I'm looking across the field, yes. Just the one substitution from, is it? Yes, from the Ducks United. Well, kick taken and powerful clearance there by Thomas George. And that's going to be a throw to the Ducks United as they look to at least increase the lead and to maybe score a few more goals. Good pass there from Brian. And I don't have the, well, he did, Torres did got onto the ball, but it did touch the player there in Lynch. And that's going to be the first corner kick of this second half. Corner kick taken. Is going up, cleared away there by Lake. Miguel shooting through the crowd, but Brown is equal to the task, and he collects, boots the ball upfield. And here's Pogba getting his first touch. Ricketts was lining up there, but well tackled away there by the Spartans FC. They're looking to come away with it, but that's a good touch there by Aki Milital. Here is Miguel. He's blocked there. Here is Cardinal, and he just puts the ball upfield and finds Pogba. Pogba finds the player there in Ricketts, trying to find Gishad, but gives the ball away. Here is Gums. Shanti find Gums again. Gums pushes the ball on field. Probably hoping that Shanti may have been running down the line, but not on the same page. And ball won there by the defense there for the Ducks United. Control it by Cardinal, but can't get the pass off. Passes ball is still with Lake. Finds Rogers, Akimel Rogers. Good football here by the Spartans FC, knocking it around. But number 10 there, the person, the players wearing the number 10 shirt there for the Spartans FC. Richards can't affect the pass. Here is Ducks United. That one is going to roll over the line for a throw-in. Rogers. It's going to be a handball. Taken quickly. Here's Danny Cogliano. One is going to be a throw in there for the Spartans FC. Still looking to get on board. They're trailing some 4-0, and we are into the 52nd minute of play. Here is Gums. Can't pass Brian. Brian pushes it downfield, but towards likes not to run at that ball, and so it's going to be picked up there by Lake. Here is Rogers. Puts the ball upfield, finds Richard, and Richard has acres of space. Good cut inside there. Marshall, but gives it away to Brian, who cleans up and finds Ricketts. Ricketts trying to find Torres, but can't do so. In time, here is Thomas George. Thomas George cuts back. Good work there from Thomas George. Cuts inside to Gums. And Gums, shoots. Yeah, it's a chance and a shot, but saved there by Lawrence. But Akimel had an opportunity there. Could have advanced just a tad bit closer and maybe look for a bit of a replacement, because the goalkeeper there in Lawrence was way off his line, but he elected to shoot powerfully, and in the end it was a good save there from Lawrence as well. I was just picking up from where he left off there from the national duty. Here is Ricketts. Chips the ball over. Attempt to chip the ball over. Cut out there. Here is Lake. It's motoring in central midfield. Akimel Rogers just had a shot. Nice chipped over there. Gums trying to run onto it. He's faced with Gums. Nice drop of the shoulder. And a shot again, but that one is not going to trouble. Lawrence tosses the ball out. And the Ducks United just finding it a little bit difficult to get past the defense there for the Spartans FC. That one is going to roll into touch for a throw-in. And we are going to see a substitution, and that looks like the end of Lynch. And he's giving way to the man Van Persie, and he doesn't seem to be too happy at all. And actually, he was just had a few brief good moments as well, and to see that it's been taken away from him, I'm certainly sure he's not feeling as well as um, he would have liked. But we'll see what Van Persie brings to the table in the person of Kamal Harden Hodge. Here is the play's being stopped. We just probably Gagliano finds that of Miguel Abraham. Miguel Abraham goes cross field to that's Donahue, Torres, and Jonathan Gishad. They're looking for an infringement there, but nothing there. And eventually the ball was put into touch there for a throw-in by George Torres. And that's Donahue. I beg your pardon. Again, cleared away there by George. Thomas George again doing cleanup work there, not allowing Torres to come down the line at all. You see, quick throw taken and played out. Still playing with it at the back there, but in the end, it's going to be another throw in there to the Ducks United. Quick throw taken. Trying to find the head of Torres. Partially cleared there by the Spartans FC and eventually cleared away now, but only to find the boots of Joe Enriquez. He finds Miguel Abraham. His heavy touch takes it into the path there of the defense there for Spartans and clear for the foul. Ashton Dumas downs the line, finds Gagliano, Dumas cross, and ball cleared eventually. Marshall looks up, chips the ball over, and nicely collected there by Brown. Looking for a place to at least play the ball to, find George. Not George, but and there's a shot, but almost catching the goalkeeper there out off his line. Rogers has to be a little bit careful there. Taking out Gagliano. So it's a free kick from the left side of the defensive third there for the Spartans FC, and that German wicket over the ball. He's got about 10 or 12 yards in front of him is the man Marshall. Here is cross coming in, and eventually cross comes in and eventually goes out, and not too sure what happened there, but the goalkeeper was diving across. I don't know whether or not he would have accidentally maybe um, hit the pole, but he's down and some treatment to be had. In the meantime, what I can tell you, tomorrow we will have the Roaring Lions versus Roaring Lion takes on the Eagles Claw. So tomorrow's match we'll see that of the Roaring Lions versus Eagles Claw. And then at 8 o'clock, you will have the Attackers FC versus the Western Predators. And that will close off the end of round one. Close off the end of round one. And most certainly at the end of round one, it will be the Ducks United who will go top of the league on 22 points. At the moment, that spot is occupied by the Spartans FC after their 1-goal victory this evening. They're at the moment on 21 points. So Ducks United will go to 22 points tomorrow after the match between the Roaring Lions and the Eagles Claw. That will determine who stays in third spot. So far, third spot has been occupied by the Roaring Lions. After they win on Wednesday midweek, they have taken their points total on the table to 15 points. The Eagles Claw so far, after having a run of some 4 matches unbeaten, they have seen themselves losing the remaining 3 matches on the trot. Here is a shot from Marshall, a side-footed one, and that keeper collects, but it made a meal of it, and in the end, giving away a corner. And so the Attackers, they will play the Western Predators in the evening game tomorrow. And then on the 4th of April, which is on Tuesday, we will have the Western Predators versus the Eagles Claw to open round 3. That's on Tuesday, 4th of April. And then on the 5th, the Limers versus the Spartans. So those are the midweek matches and matches to come on our fixture as we head into the second round. Oh, it's a player from the back. Here is Thomas George. Good pass there from Thomas George, and young man there in gums is fast, but Good move there, dispossessing Pogba, and in the end winning the corner. So a good tussling and stout play from the young man there in Gums. Very diminutive, but nifty, and has good strength as well. Picks up a corner for his troubles. His corner kick taken, heads going up. There are not enough numbers there for the Spartans in the area, in the goal area. Here is a pass and cleared away there by Thomas George again, not allowing Jonathan Gishard to see the light of day. Yeah, Johnny cross and can't turn the ball in. There is Daniel Gagliano there, but a good cross across the goal, Jonathan Gishard, but can't turn the ball in. There was Danny right in the 6-yard area. Here is the goal kick taken quickly, close by, dispossessed there, and again giving away a corner kick. We're into the 67th minute of play, still 4 goals to nil. So if you ask me, we would have played some 21 minutes so far into this second half, and you can easily say that the Spartans have done themselves very well here, not allowing Ducks to at least get a goal so far in this first half. It'll be more or less of a moral victory for them. Here is Ricketts though in swinging corner, cleared away. Here is Rogers, Cardoni, Dumas can't keep the ball in play, and it's going to be a throw-in to the Spartans FC. Taken, but control from Ricketts, and he goes back to Dumas. Dumas finds Abraham, who finds Pogba. Pogba goes wide, well, through the middle to Brian. Donahue. Miguel Abrams picks the ball up, finds Jonathan Gishard. And there's a push in the back there. And that's going to be a free kick to the Spartans FC. Yes, so it's free kick, and you see some substitute. Well, at least one sub. And that's going to be the end of the day for Jonathan Gishard. And, well, we've got 2 players coming on. And let's see. Oh, Danny has given way to Steve Austin Smiles, and Jonathan Gishard has given way to the man himself, Ken Sam. So just a bit of shifting there in defense. Here is Marshall. Finds Smiles. Smiles finds Miguel Abraham, but Thomas George comes across and clears, but not before the referee's assistant there, assistant referee, says that Miguel Abraham was certainly in an offside position. So just a little bit of shape adjusted. We've seen Ken Sam here picking up the position that Pogba came in during halftime and held. And so Pogba has moved a little further upfield. Here he is now. Well, comes almost reading that pass and reading well. Here is Shanti. Goes across field. Here is Gums. He looks up. Gums, cuts inside, but can't go past the defender there in Kensam. The ball is still with the Spartans FC. It was Gums again, and a cross coming through, but again, like I said, not enough players around the goal area. More playing on a more defensive end of things, and so not enough players around the area. Here is a Van Persie. Here is Van Persie coming through. Van Persie, good move, and you go and well, offside. Well, but good move there from Van Persie, and just a player just in an offside position, and I think Gums has ran himself into the ground. He's up now. Nice move there from Jermaine Ricketts. Nice move and a chip and good defending there from the player there in Lynch. Well defended there by Lynch. There, so Spartans, here's Thomas George, cuts across field. He's got Kamal Harden Hodge, cuts inside, comes wide to Akimel. So things just brightening up and lighting up just a little bit here. Spartans FC, as Ducks United still looking and searching for the goal number 5 in this second half. They have not scored at all in this second half, and we are into the 73rd minute of play here, and certainly sure Spartan say they feeling a lot better from the first half as well. So throw to be retaken. Here is Lake. Finds Harden Hodge. Harden Hodge looks up. There's Rogers waiting. Thomas George. Good pass from the young man there, Thomas George. Finds Lake. Good move from Lake. And the referee says no infringement there. Yeah, Ricketts on a shot from Austin, and certainly had Ricketts not used that right foot alone just for standing on, could have easily scored with the right boot there, but not his preferred mode for shooting at goal. Just don't get power in that as much as he would like. And so elected to pass it. Austin getting a shot but going wide over the bar. Here is Spartans. So things just a little bit more brisk now. Here is a pass forward. Gums dispossessed there. Sam giving the ball away. Lynch. Rene trying to get through but can't force his way through. Here is Dumas. finds Austin, who goes inside. Um, Brian Ricketts pass there, trying to find Torres, but cut out nicely there. Here is Spartans, but they give the ball away and chips over there. Brown comes and collects. He boots the ball upfield, only to find the chest of Pogba. Couldn't find one of his players. Even away there. Here is the Spartans FC. Kalmal Hardenhaj. Well, he played himself into some serious trouble there against Miguel Abraham. Here is Ricketts. Finds Brian. Brian across to Marshall. Marshall lines a shot and shoots way over the bar. And it's a goal kick. So, still can't reach the net of the Spartans FC. That's the Ducks United in the second half so far. Some 31 minutes and counting of play. And the Spartan has stood firm. Here's Thomas George. Finds Lee. Lee turns. Nice move by Lee. Tries to go wide to Gums, but only to find the boot of Donahue, sorry. Austin, not too sure what he was doing there. Akimel Rogers dispossessed by DeAndre Marshall. Marshall finds Ricketts. Ricketts, ball to poked away there from Ricketts by Harden Hodge. Here is Gums. He's been having a really good game. Gums. Shot! But, and the side netting, and, well, he has really been doing splendid work over there in that of Gums. Yes, really, Kimari Gums putting on the afterburners, not only putting on the afterburners in terms of his speed, but he has looked very skillful out there as well. And this time, certainly getting a shot off and getting a corner from that close, powerful drive. So it's corner kick. Again, you need to have some numbers inside the box. You have 5 defenders. Here is Ricketts trying to find Marshall. Cut out there by Rogers. Rogers boots the ball upfield. Drops over the head there of Donahue. Cross coming in. Headed away there by Kent Sam. Picks up there by Caleb. Here is Pogba. Boots the ball upfield but given away there. Thomas George. Cuts inside. Nice trip over. Dumas controls nicely. Now finds Austin. Austin goes inside. Finds Pogba. Abraham. Here is Marshall. And nicely saved. Very well saved. The goalkeeper coming narrowing the gap. The ball eludes Marshall. And at the end, the defender running back very well was able to at least clear that one away from goal as well. So very good defending there on the part of the Spartans FC and really holding their own in this second 45 minutes. So far we're into the 88th minute of play. Just 10 minutes and a tad before the full-time whistle. And some treatment there to be had by the goalkeeper in Brown in goal. Brown has had a good game as well. Shamar has a very good game in goal. So you're not missing any football. And it's 4-0. All 4 goals coming in the fourth half. One from the boot of Caleb, one from the boot of Torres, one from the boot of Jermaine Ricketts, and according to my statistician there in Livingston Clifton, there was an own goal scored there from Thomas George. So in the second half, the Spartans FC has really stood very stout and probably not as creative as Ducks would like. Having a lot of position, but going across, back and across, back and across. And certainly not a goal to show for it. A goalkeeper in Shamar Brown, he's still on the carpet, on the ground, giving some treatment there. He gets up gingerly now. And meantime, he has to set up because it's a corner kick to the Ducks United. This one is going to be coming in from the boot of Jermaine Ricketts. Corner kick taken and goal. Corner kick taken and goal. It was just not a good pass there from, well, eventually Gums picks the ball up. And given away there by Shanti Miguel Abraham. Does find Marshall. Miguel Abraham dispossessed there by Thomas George. And coming away with it is Akimel Rogers. I'm not too sure why that pass. He has acres of space in front of him and could have at least advanced the ball further forward. But he elected to go cross field, bailed out there by Shanti. And now it's a free kick to the Ducks United. Here is good defensive work there from Thomas George and Miguel Abraham. Here's the man Van Persie. Pulls back, goes wide. Shanti finds Lynch. Lynch to Shanti. Who finds, who's that? Cardinal ready. He goes goes to Rogers, and Rogers have a shot on goal, but not really to cause any harm for the goalkeeper there. Here is Brown coming well and clearing nicely as well. Caleb Bryant picks the ball up. He's been confronted there by Gums. And ball, Gums trying to find maybe the striker there in Shanti, but can't do so. Here's Kensap. Almost playing in trouble there was the player there, Pogba. Here is Ricketts. And Ricketts says, Fleming says, that's a dive there. Here's Ricketts again. Marshall. Loses out, there's Gishard. Here is Marshall. Well, at Marshall, that was Steve Austin. Torres, one man to beat. Can't do so. Here is Van Persie, dribbling away, almost losing out. Shanti trying to bail him out there, but couldn't control the pass And the ball goes over the touchline for a throw in there to the Ducks United, leading some 5-0 in this encounter. We into the 88th minute of play, and it's Ducks United, all Ducks United. I must say, though, that the Spartans FC, especially in this second half, has really gave the Ducks a run for their money. They've really played well in this second half. But the Ducks United, they've got the players. Well, it's an offside. Taken. Here is Cardenay, Lake to Lynch, back to George, finds Lake again, good move. Here is Shanti. Well, trying to push the ball through there, but cut out there by Ashton Dumas. Into the 89th minute of play. Cut out there by Alric Rogers. Here's the man Van Persie. Looks up, finds Lake. Rennie. Lake. Or Van Persie. Well, Van Persie goes all the way back to Rogers. Should be looking to push the ball forward instead of going back. He's behind. Here's Ricketts. Finds Miguel Abraham. And Miguel Abraham coolly finishes that one for goal number 6. And finally, in the 89th minute of play, Miguel gets on the score sheet. But I think that was very poor play there from Van Persie. Instead of going all the way back, should have at least to advance the ball forward, because he did play it back, and hence the not allowing the Spartans to really clear the lines. He was at half line with the ball and could have easily gone forward, electing to pass back. And in the end, the dispossession there from the Ducks United, see them getting the second goal in the second half to go up to 6-0. 2 minutes of added time. So we're into the first minute of added time. Here's a shot, and well, at least we're seeing a shot there from Ricketts with the right foot. Did get good power on it as well, and so at times can be used. Again, the Spartans are playing off from the back. Here is Thomas George. Thomas George cuts back nicely. Thomas George cuts inside again. Well, and then he goes back. Lake chips the ball over, trying to find Gums, headed away there by Donahue. Torres trying to find Marshall. Only could find Shanti. Shanti gives the ball away to Marshall. Marshall finds Austin. Austin looks up and goes down line to Marshall. But Marshall is dispossessed there by the defense there for Spartans. Here is Van Persie. Oh, this time the ball is booted upfield, but headed away by Dumas. Rogers certainly not going to get onto the one. Kent Sam comes across, finds, goes all the way back to the goalkeeper there in Lawrence. Downs goes further wide. And any moment now, we will certainly hear that whistle for the ref. And here is Van Persie. Van Persie was leg. Loses out to Brian. Miguel Abraham, maybe looking for goal number 2, but overruns the ball. Picked up there by Rogers. And not too sure what Fleming is looking for. We've played almost 3 minutes now. They only put up 2 minutes. Well, was it 2 minutes or 5 minutes? Any moment now we can hear the whistle. And there you go. That's it. It's 6-0 in favor of the Ducks United to bring the curtains down on our nightcap match this evening. Ducks United versus the the Spartans FC. In the end, it ended up at 6-0 in favor of the Ducks United. While the Spartans might have had a better second half, they weren't able to broach the net of the Ducks United, and all 3 points going to Ducks United. The man of the match looks like Jermaine Ricketts. Yes, picking up the man of the match again, possibly his second or third. Well, most likely probably his third, and to give Ducks all 3 points. We're happy to have you for these matches throughout the course of the evening. Join us tomorrow again when we will bring you a game from 6. We will have the Roaring Lions versus the Eagles Club, and in the nightcap match we will have the Attackers versus the Western Predators. Until then, this is Tony Fleming saying good evening, and we take you back to Master Control. Good night.